What's up, y'all? Can y'all hear me? Testing one, two, testing one, two, testing one, two. Can y'all hear me? Is this live? Testing one, two. Because we was having technical difficulties earlier. I want to know if we live. Let me know. Testing one, two, testing one, two. Let me know if you all can hear me. Uh, okay, we are live. So we went to the B sector and we did a panel show over there on Sassy Show. She's a YouTuber in the B sector. So we going down memory lane. If you have not heard, I used to be on the B sector faithfully, like full time faithfully. We used to do call-in shows, and we used to do all type of stuff, like call-in shows. People be dragging each other and stuff. So Sassy said, "Hey, she's doing a show. She have a couple of questions that she want to ask about the B sector." So she said, "I'm gonna bring you and Rico up to have a conversation." So I was on Sassy Channel and me and Rico on the show. We were talking about the B sector. We were talking about DC Gate. And so I'm just subscribing to this point that during DC Gate, it was me and Rico, and we brought somebody else over, Chocolate Bay, and all these people was in the room, and we were, um, getting it in and stuff like that. So we having this whole conversation about this whole thing in the beat searcher. Now, mind you, doing DC Gate, thank you. I've just got to eat lunch. I have a couple of crumbs here. We was talking about when Rico threw a drink in my face. And this was doing DC Gate. And I was saying, he was saying, but you wanted to move in with me and stuff like that. I said yes, it was an idea that I was wanted to move in with you, but what made me change my mind is when I was seeing him drinking. um, Rico can be kind of violent. So, because I noticed that during DC, and so I changed my mind, so I won't do it. Because when you move in with somebody that's drinking, you got to deal with that. That's toxic. Because I don't drink alcohol because it creates. Now, I have in my past. I have in my past that what I would drink and stuff in my past, but drinking on the regular. And the only time when I was drinking, if I go out to the club, I get a Red Bull and a Red Bull and Hennessy when I will drink. But with Rico, I don't know if you know it, he get aggressive. He get violent. So I was like, if I stay in with you, you gonna want to have, what I'm saying, sex, and I'm not gonna want to have sex with you. I'm not going to want to feel forced. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't been getting in with men or women. I'm just been single, rebuilding my life. So we having that conversation, and on the show, and so we started talking about QI. So QI was a woman that was with VS. VS was a personal content creator that was on YouTube, and we linked up. And QI was jealous, and the reason why I knew she was jealous, when I was in the hot tub with VS, she felt some type of way. And the whole thing with Rico, and the thing he said, "Hey, I'm going to have this situation where um, I'm going to link up to VS and I'm going to spit on her and I'm doing that." I'm like, "Why would you do that?" And then, Lord behold, because God was on our side, they told the car, they told Chocolate Bay car. So all this stuff was going on, and Rico and we had our relations. We did our thing, and then I didn't want to do it again. And then Rico said, "I know VS bust a couple of nuts. I know VS bust a couple of nuts." And so I proceeded to laugh. I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" I proceeded to laugh, I was like, I proceeded to laugh. And next thing I know, whoosh, a drink was thrown in my face. I'm like, what in the world is going on? A drink was thrown in my face. Like, what the world? What? Why would you do that? And he said, I don't like you laughing. And he had already told me that he was abusive with his other man. He beat on his other man. Then we was talking about the whole situation with the dog. What Rico understand is he got caught beating his dog. And the dog that's staying with him. And King Roman reported him to the cops. And I'm saying to Rico, I'm like, don't put that on camera. First of all, don't even do it, and don't even put that on camera because that's animal cruelty. So Rico was like, yeah, he did that, and the dog is still with me because I said, you have an anger problem. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to come down your road. Say amen or say ouch. You should not, you should not have an animal if you cannot control your temper. If you have a bad temper where you lash out at people, you shouldn't have children. You should not have animals. Because when you get angry, you should not be taken out on an animal. You should not be taken out on a child. And so that's the thing with Rico. And then Rico, when I would bring him on the show, I'd be like, Rico, don't cuss, don't cuss. He don't know how to have a conversation without cussing. I'm saying, Rico, we could do a show, but let's not use too much profanity so the video could be monetized, and we could do a show and stuff like that. But Rico don't like to listen. So this whole thing with Rico and I, we doing going down memory lane. It was a YouTuber by VS came and picked me up from DC, and she came and rescued me. Then we was talking about the whole situation when Phi Babe went to my family church. This is like B sector history. I'm like, oh my gosh, when Phi Babe went to my family church, because I decided to put on my website that she was in her panties and saying all type of stuff. She said, I'm gonna go to your family church. And later on, she did apologize, but she did actually went to my family church. So then everybody kept bringing this up because this, mind you, the show is a forum about the history of the B sector. So then, I was having that conversation. Um, Rico was, he was in his feelings, he was mad and stuff like that. You get QI. Yeah, you can't lie on me, Wiley. I wasn't trying to stay with VS. It is a fact that you was trying to stay with VS. You was trying to live with that woman. You came to Virginia and then VS was ready for her to go home. She going to the train station, missing the train. I'm like, what the world is going on? And then VS told me, she said, yeah, she's trying to stay with me, and I don't want her to stay with me. Then she's posting a chat. Well, I was trying to be in a shelter so I can get Section 8, but I ain't say that. But I was working, trying to get housing. I'm like, no, don't try to twist the subject. You literally tried to live in a shelter in Virginia to get Section 8, to get free housing to stay with VS, and VS didn't want that to happen. So we just going down memory lane. And let me say this about the whole situation about the beach sector. There's new people on the beach sector, and they're carrying the beach sector on. Congratulations, all the new people. You got Lemon, you got King Roman News, you got all of these talented individuals keeping the beach sector going. So I applaud it, because if you want the B-side to continue, you get new people to say, "Hey, I'm going to continue." It's no different than wrestling when you had the Attitude Era, when you had Roman Reigns era, when you had Hulk Hogan era. It's different eras. So this is a new era. So if you're an OG, if you want to come on, just crack up a live, go live, talk your stuff, and do it today. And so the difference between the OGs, we would hit a link when we would have a phone calls, and we would have our phones, and we would go live, and we would show our lives, whether we had a car, whether we didn't have a car, whether we was on a bus. You would see our children, all type of stuff. And so this newbie sector, this the newbie sector. Yeah, so what's up? I see that y'all was talking about me and all this type of stuff. They go under the avatar. So you can't see them. You don't know how they look. You don't know if they have hair. You don't know if they're short. You don't know if they fat. You don't know if they're skinny. This is how the new beast sector is. So you don't know who is behind that at all. You don't know. So I come from the B sector where you come on camera, you see the eyes, you see the nose. I remember when I was on the show and my nose used to run really bad. I had bad allergies and I used to let my nose run. I didn't care, child. So, boss lady NJ said that Wiley is on that booger sugar. It said that Wiley is on the booger sugar. I literally was wait a minute. I literally was having my nose run, and she said Wiley was on the booger sugar. So that was the B sector that I come from, and having these conversations, and that's what the situation was going on YouTube. Okay, it was a lot of rumors, it was a lot of gossip. And then I told Rico, I said, Rico, you was over there on Storm Monroe's channel. And Rico, you're more than welcome to come on. Don't come on with all that cussing. Don't come on with all that cussing, because you can see calmly. Because I'm not trying to go against you, but he was over there, and I said, Rico, you went on Storm Monroe's channel, got up there. This man put in a title about me and my grandmother, and you was on the channel. Well, I was just saying that was just a room. I said you went over there. You should have declined the interview. Why would you want to do an interview with a man that you say you don't like? You say you don't F with Wiley. You say I'm trash. You say I did this to you. I did that to you. But you do a whole interview. You took your behind over there to Storm Monroe's show and did a whole show about me. Okay? Did a whole show. Okay? Did a whole show. Let me say, hey, Rosie. They said, speaking of beef, if Terry in here, I don't appreciate being accused of being an MF denied in Wiley's last live. No, you ain't denied. Rosie actually wrote me a letter when I was in jail. Okay? Definitely. So I'm having this conversation. I said, in the beef sector, you just talk your stuff and you leave it alone. And the reason why I went to the B search is because Sassy came to me. She said, hey, Wiley, I want you to be on the show. Can you make it? And I said, of course, I can make it. That's sure. And so that's why I did it. The reason why I don't go on the B sector, like being on the B sector full time, is because it gets very toxic. They do a lot of arguing, a lot of cussing, and sometimes I just zone out. Like I just chat us a little bit too much. But last night I was on a live on ODS Live, and Rick Reeves was like, you homeless, you don't have no house. I said, I'm gonna rebuke this devil. I said, you can say all this stuff you want to say, but you better hope you could keep a house. You better hope that you could keep a house. You trash people. That's what I said. You got to be careful what you say, because I never thought I was gonna be homeless until it actually happened. And it humbles me. It made me stronger. It made me a survivor. It made me all type of stuff. Like I have to go to the laundromat and wash my clothes, and I haven't been to the laundromat in so long because the house that I was in, I had a washer and dryer, but now I don't. So now I have to go to the laundromat and wash my own clothes. So and on my journey, so I'm gonna go live when I'm at the laundromat, washing my clothes and stuff like that. Showing my life. Um, So it doesn't bother me. And the reason why I have thick skin, they said, Wally, people talk about you like a dog. You have thick skin. You know why I have thick skin? It's because I was in the B sector. The B sector, until I was in the B sector. Yes, Rosie, you are so true. Rosie said, we definitely take a lot for granted till it's gone. That is so true. That is so true. That's what you gotta appreciate it. That's when people do something for me, I appreciate it. When somebody had say, hey Wally, this is for lunch, I appreciate that. Because you gotta appreciate what people do, and because they don't have to do it. And always count your blessings. Always count your blessings. And it could be worse. That's what I said, Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you. You gotta be appreciative and stuff like that. So when we was in the no matter how big or small, thank you. We was in the big sector. It was this whole thing about Uppity. Now, Uppity showed a receipt that she was over here at the Wiley show, that I was communicating with her via email back in 2019. So she has showed a receipt. So Uppity But I don't. But Uppity also came out because they were saying, "Why? Do you remember?" I'm like, I don't remember everybody that called in. That was long ago. That was a couple years ago, and I had a lot of callers. And Up was like, you need to release the videos. I'm like, them videos are deleted and gone. I wish I could release some of them old B Sector videos. And she was showing a receipt that she was emailing. And I was like, well, that's good. So we were in communication and she was doing stuff for the show. But I don't know all the beefs that's been going on with Uppy. I believe she is a talented person. She have a very distinctive voice and she's a beautiful queen. And I'm not going to beef with her because she haven't said nothing negative. She said she'll support of the show. I said, that's cool. I said, that's great. I don't remember her calling in because there was a lot of callers, and we had a good time. Because anytime you call into the Wiley Show, we had a good time. And one thing about the Wiley Show, our audience they talk back. It was no cult. They could disagree with me. It was a rule in the chat: as long as you don't cuss in a chat, as long as you don't dox people information, you can say what you want to say in the chat. I remember that, and I also remember when I had got rid of my moderators and I allowed it for be an open chat. But we have to definitely get more moderators back in the chat because they was doing too much in the chat. So it was a lot of good memories about in the B sector. I was on the train, I was on the bus going live, doing videos, and we was just having a good old time. It was very humble beginnings. Very humble beginnings. Intica Baby said, I hear you, Wiley. Never thought I'll ever be homeless until it was for 11 months with my children. I praise God for everywhere a I have now beyond blessed. See, you never know. So you got to be blessed for. So when I was over there, QI, she in the chat, she saying, "It's my birthday. It's my birthday. I don't know what was going on. It's your birthday, ma'am. If it's your birthday, you still can hit the link and have a 5-minute conversation, and you can get this work. I'm gonna be able to explain myself to you. You still can get this work." just because, just because it is your birthday, you still took time out of your birthday. Somebody, you lying, Wiley, you lying, Wiley. Look, you could always hit the link and we can have a conversation. Now, let me tell you this about QI. Back with VS on the Mess Express, they was on an episode. She told QI that you got period panties. That you got period panties. Literally put that woman's business out. Then she even talked about her having the bumps and all that type of stuff. I said, that's the person that you was with. And she didn't lie. She did have a lot bad acne. I'm talking about crusty, crusty bumps. Crusty, crusty bumps. And because I saw her in person. And then she was getting mad when I was saying when VS left her at the hotel because she was trying to get coffee. So VS left her to come and rescue me from Rico's place in DC at the Airbnb. And these are all memories of the beef sector. I'm telling y'all, back in that old school beef sector, it was lit. I don't know if y'all was around that time because it was super, 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 super lit. And we was just when I tell you, it was so much fun up in that beef sector, and we was dragging all that type of stuff. It was fun. It was so hot in the beach sector that they was taping a reality show. They was literally taping a reality show about different things in the beach sector. That's how hot it was. And then what happened? People didn't know how to keep their mouth shut. Talking about the people that was running the show, saying all nasty stuff that people that was running the show, and mess up that whole idea. And I'm still feel some type of way about that. They said, "How can I become a member?" I got, oh wow, y'all don't have the membership link. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I have to share. I think you got to go to the homepage to become a member. Don't they still have that? Sasha, do you still have the membership link? I don't have the membership link, so I have to share it another time for y'all to become a member. Oh Lord, okay, yeah, she still had the membership link. Okay, because I know I gave it to somebody. So that was wilding, and the reality show and all that. It was lit, and the people right there. And this is why you have to be careful. And that's one thing about me. I did not burn that bridge. I didn't diss the people that was behind that was over the reality show. I didn't talk about only thing that I talk about the reality show where I got permission. Cause Sean Brett, I called Sean. I said, "Hey, can I share this on my YouTube page about this reality show that you're doing?" He said, "Yes, you can show you can show it." And we all could have had money, we could have spin-offs, we could have all type of stuff. But people was having all this stuff, having all these weird stuff, dressing the people, and I was upset about it. I'm like, what in the world is going on? And that made me say, you know what, I made the best decision to leave the B sector. Because these people don't know how to act to have something. Like, you don't know how successful this could be, that this can change our lives forever? Really? Hey Kiki, hey CEO, hey Maya, hey Linda, hey Daily Dose of Jazz. I see you, Tesha Nicole, I see you, Rosie. I say, you don't know? Baby, the B sector was iconic in those 2018 days. It was iconic. We had some shows. It was iconic. And when I would come on the show, we would talk about politics. We would talk about celebrity gossip. We would talk about family drama. The same thing that I'm doing now. We was talking about that. And we introduced a lot of people because I would put their name in the title. I would put their name in the title. We were talking about that's what we did. I never would come on into this sector and say, um, the newbies need to sit on down, let the OGs run the newbies. It's like, how? If the newbies sit down that's new in the sector, then the sector will go away because they're the only ones keeping the lights on in the sector. They're keeping the lights on. And see, I always appreciate, and that's why the B sector always welcome me back, is because I spent years into building the sector. The people that's on the sector now, they're literally elevating and standing on the shoulders, but it took the OGs to build the foundation. And the newbies, and they building on the foundation, they built and they're taking it to their level, to a whole nother level. So I don't speak different and negative about them because you feel some type of way. No. If you want to come on the B sector, go live, baby. This is YouTube. This ain't complicated. It's easy. The same thing about it. Don't worry about getting a lot of views. Thank you, Miss. Oh, thank you, Miss Flower. Thank you, Miss Flower, for becoming a member. Thank you so very much. You could just come on here and thank you so much for becoming a member. It don't make it a thing. I remember we had Bless Walkers over here. I remember we had what was that lady? Miss Pam. Miss Pam bought me a TV at Walmart. Bless Walkers used to give. I remember all that. I remember that the chicken bone in a cup when VS went to she went to TS Madison event, Queen's Court, and they had a chicken bone in a cup, and she had T-shirts made, everything. That's like old history. Yeah, I remember that. That's like old history, and we had a good old time. It was a good old time. It was literally fun. It was a good old time. It's and then fucking Aniva said, "I don't know no Shelly." Who that? Who that? A fan? And that was S Hutchinson, and I used to call S Hutchinson struggle voice. And S Hutchinson, she came on the show. She said, "Wiley, are you taking your medicine? I got bipolar, you got bipolar, are you on your meds?" And stuff like that. This was like way, way back in 2018. I remember I needed my medicine. So the people was following me on the bus, watching me on YouTube. We went to this place and it was so many people in the place, crying babies. We was trying to get our meds for bipolar. This is in the beginning stages that I was diagnosed with bipolar to get my meds. And it was just a journey, and the people was doing that. I remember when she donated $10 for the down payment of the car. I appreciate that. That was a blessing. And then people said, "Oh, why you still don't have the car? Why you still don't have the car? Do you know that car had almost up to 200 some thousand miles on it? That car lasted longer, and then it didn't run no more. Then I said, okay, I go give it to the junkyard. It ran its course. I couldn't have that car forever. I didn't. It wasn't a brand new car when I got it. Baby, my credit was trash when I got that car. It was a whole limit. I'm not gonna have the car forever. You know, when I got the car here, I almost had 200,000 miles. Then the heat wearing out. Then the AC ran out. And stuff like that, baby. I was going to them lots where you got bad credit, when you had to buy here, pay here type of places. So we was just having that conversation, and then I went over another channel. I think she said "Welcome to Hell" channel. I'm like, what kind of name is that? Please change that name. I don't want to go. I don't want nobody glorifying hell, because that's a bad thing. But anyway, I went over there. I went over there to talk about going down memory lane, and people was asking me questions about the beat sector. Every time that I come, I'm a walking historian of the old school beat sector, of all the stuff that happened in the beginning stages of the beat sector. Okay, that car was ready to park when you got it. Okay, so I appreciate the people that contribute for the car, contribute for that. I appreciate for that. They helped me with the down payment, and we paid the car off. And that was like good time, good memories, good subscribers, and good people. It was just a good vibe. Now this new sector, the B sector, I do like it. Some of the stuff I'll be entertained and stuff like that. But I used to love the roast and gag and stuff like that. So now I have to really listen to what they saying. I can't talk about their dress and all that. It got to be a little different. Yeah, it got to be a little different. Yeah, so I love the old school Big Sector. Yeah, the old school Big Sector, it was lit. It was definitely lit. Definitely lit. And all that. Because this new way is just different. Because in when I was in Vegas, and Sean Bradley showed up. It was Sean Bradley showed up, Captivating Christian showed up, King Roman News showed up, and we was at a some place where adults can play at have an event for it was for adults. It was a club for adults. And you could play like video games. It's all types of stuff. I think video games. Anyway, King Roman News came behind me, said, "Hey, Wally, what you doing?" I'm like, "What's up? What's up?" When I was on the live, I know some of y'all probably was watching the live. I was on the live and y'all was watching it. We was having a whole vibe at the thing at the event, and I was dancing, having a good time. It was so much fun. It was so much fun for it. And I was extremely manic. I was extremely manic. I was dancing. I was throwing stuff up in the air. I had fun. I went by myself. Other people was in there with Cruise Day people. I went literally by myself because VS wanted to meet me, and she said, meet me. But when she called me, I was already having fun. Yeah. Sean Bradley was the one that was is the one that was on the reality show. Yes, he was on it, and he was a big part of it. He knew the people, so yes. They said you said you definitely was lit. Without I didn't have no hiccup alcohol. I literally had nothing but cranberry juice, plain cranberry juice, and just having a ball. I had so much fun, and 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 now when I'm next month or so, I'm gonna try to go back to that place and party. Yes, you have water and Red Bull. We had fun. I was dancing. I was in there just dancing, do all type of dance stuff like that. I don't want to make noise where I'm at, but yes, definitely. I want to go. I would even want to go back to that place for my birthday. Yes, so how like dancing and smiling and stuff like that. Cause I was under a lot of pressure. So my aunt had died. I was under a lot of pressure. So I want to have a good time, and it was fun. And then when King Roman came on, then I was like, uh, Nest in that lip. Where's Nest in that lip at? Where's Nest in that lip at? We had about. It was fun. It was incredible. It was fun and incredible. So I like King Roman Noodles. I can't beef with him because he's a vibe. And I remember back in the day when he reached out to us, he was like, "Hey, Wiley, can you come on the live, and I can interview you about the B sector, about the history and stuff like that." And you know what I told him? I said, "Of course I come on your live." And he was running for other people, and my subscribers was telling him to come on the live. I said, "Of course I do it." Um, they said I remember Wiley going down that big slide. Yeah, I was going down a slide and everything. They said Wiley was known to have older followers. They used to roast Wally followers to the bone. Yes, because on the show, we do a churchy thing. We would preach, we would pray. So it would be a seasonal saints. It would be all the crowd. But when I started doing my meet and greets, I just started saying I had some younger women. I ain't see nobody was up in there. Did some of the meet and greets I did. It was a seasoned saints, and it was like we ain't no old church lady. We beautiful and all that stuff. So they used to call my people the old church ladies and stuff like that. One person got on stage here and said Wiley is a homophobic gay. He's a homophobic gay. He don't like gays. I'm like, what in the world is going on, child? But we had a time. It was a good vibe. It was a good vibe, and it's definitely a good vibe. Even with the whole situation with Jay Don, um, and she goes on different lives and stuff like that. Jay Don, I called her on my website way back in the day a wicked lesbian, and Jay Don said, "Do y'all see what Wiley said? He called me a wicked lesbian on the website." And we was having our battles. But then when I got out of jail, this is the thing about Jay Don. When I got out of jail, she came and she donated. She donated to me because I said I was homeless, and then Jay Don was getting a chat together, and Wiley is saying he homeless. Don't worry about that. Did y'all just hear the man is homeless? Y'all don't need to know that because Jay Don elevates her voice, and me, I was so sad in that video. I didn't really want to talk. My voice was different. I was just so so sad. Like it was like I was shocked. I was like, I'm trying to accustom of being on the outside. I was like arrested. I was in jail for like almost 3 months. So literally, yeah. Girl, how you gonna tell somebody how to donate their money? Yes, she was definitely going at it, and I was like, see, mm-hmm. See, I was like, and all that type of stuff. And then somebody posted in the chat. They said Wiley sounds so different. Wiley said I was sad. Y'all don't know how sad it was. And then now I just say, you know what? I gotta bring joy. I gotta be a vibe. Definitely gotta be a vibe. Um, Somebody said she's annoying my spirit. Lord have mercy. But yeah, that was a vibe, y'all. That was a vibe. That was a vibe. We had such a good time. I'm gonna drop the link if anybody want to come on and speak to me. I'm just offering. And that's another thing too. I can do a show. I can hold a show by myself. I don't wait till people drop the link. Do a show. If I'm live, I just go do my story time. Talk what I have to talk. But if somebody were to come on the show, I have a conversation with them, but I didn't need to do it. And it took me a while. I'm like, why people don't be calling into my show? And then this was a subscriber told me, Wiley, you funny by yourself. I don't want to hit the link. I just want to hear you. You funny. I was like, okay, really? So when you go on the B sector, they be like, oh, his eyes, look at Wiley's eyes. That fused me. I'm like, okay, yes, that fused me. They said yes, you can, and most people can't do that. Yes, and I love it. It's just really a vibe with that for it. You going back to the beach, Dr. Wiley? I will say this. I would do B sector videos if I feel like it's a topic. Like today, I was on Sassy show today, and we talked about the B sector stuff, and then I went on another show as well. We'll talk about it. Um, because we just love to talk about subjects. Like over here, we talk about a plethora of subjects. So if somebody send me some stuff over there, we'll talk about it. But I won't try to talk about beef 24/7. I can't commit to that. Have outgrown that. But if it's something that I see that is interesting, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll bring it over to my folks, and we can have that conversation. Okay, yeah, I bring it over to my folks, and yeah, come on, come on, come on. Let's bring this to the Wiley show so we can talk about it. But yeah, but if it's too extremely toxic, then I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, definitely. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I don't know who this is backstage, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Who this backstage? Hello.
Hey, it's the one and only Queen Tulsa.
Yes. How you doing?
How you doing? I'm feeling amazing today. How are you, Wiley?
I'm doing great.
I wanted to come in and chime up on this subject right here. Thanks for having me. As you know, I've been floating around in the beef sector and just kind of hearing y'all's history and things like that. You still got the banner up.
I'm a second now. Go ahead.
Um, I see like the beef sector history, right? Because y'all kind of ran it down, but it seems like, times were different, money was different. You just Are people just going to be okay with your time is up? I think people are still holding on to what was instead of creating a new. Um, that recipe, it worked for the old people, but you have new people coming in. So I don't know.
I
I'm a
think
bit
like
confused.
if it's like anything like because the reason why people hold on to is it was just that good, and the new people they haven't offered that type of entertainment like the old school B start. They haven't matched the entertainment level. They're getting the views, but they're not having as many memorable moments like we have. And so my time is not up. I still can do videos. Your time is not up. You can still do videos because I can remember on you, Queen Tulsa, that you had the situation at the motel. Then your neck was something was going on with your neck and all that type of stuff. And we was talking about we was kikiing about that. So it's a pure history. And that happened to you when it was at 2019, 2020. When did it happen during the pandemic?
It was shortly after the pandemic.
Yeah. So it's a whole lot of things in the history of the B sector, of the history of that. And I don't consider you being B sector because you do B sector, you be on everybody channels. I be like Queen Tulsa, just focus on your channel. Why you be on everybody channel? Like it's okay to be on everybody channel, but yet go on your channel. Like I said, hey, I'm gonna go to these channels, but I'm gonna make sure that I go to my channel so people know that I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be able to talk. You ain't got to worry about nobody cutting you off. You ain't got to worry about nobody cussing you out. You gotta be nowhere doing all type of stuff. You can just really have a good old conversation. But I want to ask you, what do you remember anything that was great in the B sector, in the old B sector? Any memorable moments that you remember about that time?
Um, there were a lot. I want to say it may not be appropriate, but I really got my laugh on when VS was up at that Waffle House. I'm at the IHOP, and she let old girl have it. Now
Oh yeah, that
that
was
was
legendary.
yeah, that was content. But I'm not really into violence and stuff, but yeah, that was one of the memorable moments.
Yeah, that went viral. That was something. It was on the news. They was really talking about it. And then people was talking about you told her to go up there. I never told that woman to go up to IHOP. Even if I did, what in the world would I'm a young man. I was younger then. I believe I was in my 20s. Why in the world would you go to IHOP off of my word to go confront VS when Shireen Reese is the same age as my mother? That don't make sense. That woman went up there because she wanted to say, "Look, I got VS together." She wanted to have a moment and did not think that VS was gonna hit her with them slap of bacon. You
Or
went
she
up.
definitely did.
She went up that. She went up there for a moment, and VS Molly whopped her. So you and then people say, "Well, you told her," and then if VS feels some type of way about that, I don't know what to tell her. I didn't tell the woman to go up there. Now I did tell the woman, if you hurt, then go and press charges. I didn't think they was gonna ban her from the internet. I didn't think of none of that stuff. None of that. None of that. I didn't think none of that stuff was gonna happen. Cause they gave her some serious charges. Did they charge her like I think with kidnapping?
Well, they gave her some charges and then she got set off the internet for what, 3 years?
Yeah, for 3 years. And
Mhm.
so, and then in that situation, VS have nobody else to bring but herself. Like when I had my mom at the Walmart, I couldn't blame nobody. That was all me. I take full responsibility for what I did.
But let me just say this because I kind of feel like they're trying to bring VS out of retirement. And I don't even think that they want those problems. Like, for real,
No.
for real. She's elevated. She's done, like, I've even worked with her, had interviews with her. But one thing that I've noticed about the beef sector is kind of like cultish. Would you agree with that, or what's
Oh
your
yeah,
stance on it?
absolutely. It is very, and it's stupid because I'm like you got to have your own identity. It's cruise for what? This ain't the streets. This is YouTube.
Well, Wiley, they're upset with me because, well, Lemon is upset because I go off, I cuss them out, I go back to this panel, I tell them that I cussed them out. And really, when you talk about beef sector, I be giving beef sector, right? I'll talk about you, I'll come back to your channel, I'll even make a video. And some people are so sensitive. They want to shadow ban you. Now they didn't come up with this routine where they want to try and black people out. What are your thoughts on that? Is that even beef sector?
No, I just think like a lot of people can't handle it. It's like even when they're speaking about the clicks back in the day, they used to have the clicks. Remember that TSCC? That was like a big click. You had club chat, and I call my audience the producers, but I never control them and say you can't you can't go in this person chat or you can't go in that person. No, you are free to go wherever you want to go because guess what? You grown. And these are not children. And for any content creator that be saying that, I totally disagree with that. It's stupid. And if you to for you to follow that is crazy. But if you want to sit in the bushes, sit in the bushes. But if you want to come in the chat, come in the chat. And if they block you, so what? You got the power. You the viewer. We content creators won't be nothing without the viewers. So
Absolutely.
so I never understood that. Oh, you was in Wiley Chill chat, you get blocked. Really? Where they do that at?
So, Wiley, let me ask you this because you know ODS, right?
Yeah, I was on ODS last night.
Okay. So, how do you feel about him and Pizza dragging Miss Purple Rain? I think her name was Purple Heart or Purple Rain, but she was an older lady and she was pretty much on his panel. And to be honest, I don't even consider him beef sector. He does not have commentary. The only thing that he does is come out and leech off Brianna. He leeches off Pizarro, Lady Nika, or wherever there are numbers. When it's time, when people were going up at him, I mean, at his crew, like Lady Nika, Pizarro, and Brianna, ODS was nowhere to be found. When KRN was going up at Lady Nika and dragging them for filth, ODS was nowhere around. But when it's time for subscribers, when it's time for a redirect, he wants it. What are your thoughts on that, if you have any?
I think if he in a crew with them, if that's his friends, then you need to stand up for your friends. I think that's some weak stuff. If me and you friends and somebody is dragging you and I'm staying silent, I think you would give me the side eye, like you supposed to help your friend.
Exactly. And it's
Yeah.
like you don't really give anything. It's like you take, 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 take. And that's what I'm learning. Like people, they, I don't know if you know, but I had a lingerie contest.
Oh, you
I didn't,
did?
mhm.
Okay.
I didn't take up no money or nothing. And my goal was to simply, I guess, bring it back old beef sector. Do something for the people that have been watching you. Don't ask them for nothing. Just, hey, I got a contest. I don't need y'all to do nothing but show up and enjoy and have some fun. Let's try to win some free money. Um, I got a lot of slack from that. Pizarro didn't want me to do the challenge. But once I did it, we had a great turnout. TG and Sheila E won, actually. So we had a first and second place. But I was thinking, being that you're an OG beef sector and legacy isn't important to them, I feel like maybe you should have your own show. And, you the upcoming beef sector people, maybe you can steer them in a way. That could be your job since you've been there, you got the history, you know what's right, you know what's wrong. I mean, now you're medicated and you're doing something different, you've elevated. How would you push the new creators into their purpose?
Well, for me, I would be like, I would encourage them to come on camera. Number one, um, I would love to see. I would love them to cam up and stuff like that because you can't really say you are a creator like that, that you taught that stuff and people can say see how you look, especially if the other person is on camera. I really encourage it. I would really encourage it. Be like, hey, show the people how you, because if you beautiful, people need to see that. Like they need to see that. And I guess in this new sector, I guess they don't want to go through the harassment that people in the old school sector went through, because it was rough. It was really rough. But King Roman knows he's remind, if anybody in this new sector that I think that reminded me of the old school, it would be King Roman knows. Like he have his headphones, he have his mic, he be dragging people like that. That reminds me of the old school B sector. Like he's keeping that alive while being on camera and doing we got to do Brianna, Jay Wilson, even Uncle Tim, because Uncle Tim been out here for a long time too. That's dope.
Yeah, hold on for me 1 second. I got to get my charger. Hold on.
Okay, and so yeah, y'all see how I look in this I love this logo and stuff like that. They said yes, KRN is definitely okay. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, Let me see what they said in here. I see y'all in the chat. Hold on. There's a couple people I didn't get to say hey to. I see in here, lady. Hey, lady. Is it Ken Deal Sparkle? Did I say that right? Jekyll. I see you in here. Kimberly. I see you in here. Bougie
Okay, I'm
Barbara. I
back.
see you in here. Mimi. I see you in here. Okay, you back. Mimi. I see you in here. Who else is in here? And I saw somebody else in here. I see Jackals. Mimi. That's Daily Dose of Jazz. Okay, I think I said hey to everybody. Okay, welcome. So, yeah, and I was telling you, I was like, Queen Tulsa, go on your platform, because for a while you would just come on different chats, wake up different. I was like, Queen Tulsa, just go on your live too. Don't give these people all this clout and you can't go on your live. I remember telling you that. Like that was like encouraging. So now you learning to go on your live more. But how did that go with you and VS?
Oh, me and VS, we had a time. I mean, we had such a time that it kind of pissed some people off. Um,
What?
yeah. I mean, because you know me, like you said, I get around. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. And some people didn't know really my connections, but BS really, we were supposed to do some content in the future because right now she's kind of like focusing on her health, her wellness. You know, she's traveling and things like that. But I think that she's about to come out of retirement because you know Ken Nola and Kiki them, right? I guess there was a situation back in the day. BS told Ken Nola, leave them folks alone. And long story short, it come full circle. And him with those offspring's pictures in his phones and stuff like that, whether if it was in a bikini or something like that, it was inappropriate. An attorney
Wow.
had reached out to him, and this is my thing. We all know VS, right? We know
Hmm.
how she could give it up. When it had come to Ken Nola, Ken didn't really give her the smoke like he would give everybody else. He would harass people, he would dig up old people, and now everything is just starting to come together because she had the puzzle piece to what everybody was thinking whenever, when he would be talking about kids and stuff. Well, he was some attorneys and stuff had reached out to him. So he had the answers to some stuff. I don't know if it was verbally, I don't know if it was recorded, I don't know if it was a statement, but attorneys did get involved. And you can ask Octavius, like Octavius has he's not really too happy with that gentleman.
Wow, that's crazy. It's a whole lot of stuff, child.
But
That
Wiley,
is,
like you were saying, back in the times have changed. There are different laws and things in order. So it's like I get people want to give it up beef sector style, but you got to keep it YouTube friendly. You got to stay within the guidelines. People are getting their channels taken down. People have met up, even in your state that you're living in now, in Vegas, when that situation happened. It can't be the same forever. Why is it that, you know? Meet and greets. What's up with the meet and greets?
Right.
Like
But
bring
keep
that back.
Yeah, the meeting great because I said when I get back on my feet, we doing another meeting because we did about two meeting greet. No, I did actually about four because I did two in Dallas. We went to the range, went to the
Didn't you
restaurant.
look up with Couture Bay to do one?
I did. We That was in Vegas.
Right.
That was year before last year.
Yes. So y'all are still talking, right? Y'all cool?
Yeah, we still cool. Yeah, she just posted us when we was in Vegas on her Instagram. Yeah, we still talk. Yeah.
Well, listen, I work with her. I have my own show called The Primetime Mixer. And
Okay.
I know that you're, going through your life trials and tribulations. Right now, I can give you like $20, to come on the show, but
Oh,
it'd
okay,
be
good.
Mondays and it's only
Okay.
an hour, but
Okay.
it gives you, maybe $20 to go to your hygiene or if you want to get a haircut or, you
Okay.
know, I don't want nobody to work for free. I want everybody to win and we'll make sure we drop your cash app
Okay.
and we'll have a segment, closing words and if you want to tell people to support you or drop your cash out, I want to see you get back to where you were. You know,
Yes, thank you for that, sis. Thank you.
even
That's
though we
what's
was
up.
shady towards each other and banter, it's nothing personal. It's just the nature of the business. You know.
Yes, that. Thank you. And people, somebody just commented that it's boring down there. Yeah, because y'all don't see these people on camera. If you grew up seeing people on video, you don't want to hear nobody doing the audio. It's hard. Like you, you. It's just different. It's hard. Like for me, it's hard for me to do just avatar. Like I love to be on camera. I love people to see me. So when they see me in person, like, hey Wally, let me get a picture, or hey Wally, let me get your autograph and all that. That's how you get known. I remember I was in the airport and the lady was like, hey Wally, she couldn't get a picture with me because they called their group up to get on the plane. And then there was another lady I was thinking about getting up on YouTube. And she said, Wally from the Wally show? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, I watched your show and you was the one that told us the news about what was the Braxton sister, the one that passed. You the one that told me that
Oh,
Tracy, yeah,
Tracy. Uh-huh.
Tracy had passed, and she showed me the receipt that she sent to her mom. Hey, Wiley just said Tracy Braxton had passed on his YouTube channel. So just to seeing that, I said, "Oh my gosh, people actually listen to me! Like, oh my gosh, people actually like me." When I did the meet and greet, having people come from Virginia to Las Vegas, I said, "Oh my gosh, people actually watch the Wiley Show. They really love the Wiley Show. So it's amazing. It's
Yeah, and
amazing.
I mean, just with your journey as well. I mean, just going from kind of being um a laughing stock to gaining control over your life and still showing up and still being vulnerable with your situation now. I mean, that's a testimony right there, Wiley. And God has
Uh,
an anointing on your life.
oh
And
yeah, absolutely. I believe it, and it's encouraging for people that have downtown and still trying to make it. Yes.
mhm.
Somebody just sent
Oh,
five
thank you,
dollars super sticker.
Victoria.
Thank you so very much, Victoria. Thank you for that. Thank you. Yes. So thank you for so much for coming up here, Queen Tulsa.
Yeah, I'm about community. We see one of ours down, see them going through, don't talk about them, pray about them. If you can help, help. That's what it's about. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, so you've got to consider that. Think about that.
Okay.
Nobody else is doing it. You got the idea. You're OG. You recruit you some new sector new sector people and teach them the ways of what it was and, how they should, like I said, with the meet and greets, push things like avatars and that's your lane. It gives
Yes,
you something to
and
do.
then because I had people that come to meet and greet that never comment in the chat. They just stay in the bushes. They never comment in the chat. They just watching the bushes. Like right now, we got 111 people watching, and so you never know who's watching you. Even when I was doing the show, somebody told me, she said, "Well, you never know who's watching, and we watching." So thank you so much, Queen Tulsa.
Oh, yes. Listen, you never know who's watching. Listen, celebrities, your favorite contents, creators, yeah, they be in the bushes. But yeah, you have a great day on purpose. And let's try to connect. It's
Okay,
going to be Monday.
okay,
All right.
All right, bye
Talk to you
bye.
soon. Bye bye.
Okay. Yes. Y'all, do y'all remember when I went to see Monique? Look at that. I was on Netflix. They said Wally on Netflix. Wally on Netflix. I said, oh yes. I was like, yes, yes. Oh yeah, we talk. I talk to Icon mostly, almost every other day. Yes, I'm definitely gonna have to get the website back. Definitely. But this was so lit. Y'all come in. I'm listen. I'm gonna take me a little nap because I had to go back live. I'm probably gonna take me a little nap because I'm gonna go back live and chit chat with y'all. But this was so much fun. Um, Man, this was fun. They said yes, I remember. Yes, we had so much fun. I remember they posted laughing at Monique. Yes, I remember that. We have some memories, child. So again, the new B sector, they have their own formula, they have their own style, and I will not tell them not to do what they have to do. Somebody, oh my gosh, we got Bless Walkins in the building. Baby, let me tell y'all this. Sit on down. So Bless Walkers will come over to the chat. I remember one time I was on Brianna's show and she was trying to get Pam together, and Bless was like, all she want to talk about is Wiley. Why you want to talk about is Wiley? Watching Wiley, 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 Wiley. So Miss Pam, she was the lady that was working in a senior citizen place. She was living at a senior citizen building, and she would unlock, what do they call that? The fire stick. So the lady sent me a fire stick. Me and Bless Walkers had fell out, and she felt some type of way that Pam was always talking about me. So then Bless Walkers got up on the show with Brianna and said that some stuff about Duchess Kelly Love House. You know, posting Duchess Kelly Love House on Brianna platform, and that was a receipt. And and then BS was mad, like, why you post that receipt of that, and you didn't send it over to VS, and you didn't send it over to the group chat for the show. Why in the world you didn't give it to us first before you showed it over there to Brianna show? Why you didn't send it to me? And she felt some type of way because at that time VS had a show called The Mess Express. Yep, it was Pat Nicholson. Yep, Pat Nicholson, and she was on the show, and I was like, whoa. And Bless Walkers fell out. Well, let's see if Bless Walkers will come on up. Let's see. Let me see if she could come on up. This is old school beat searcher. Let's see if Bless Walkers, let's see if she will come. If this will be an honor if she would come on the show. At the time I didn't see the as receipts. Yup, I remember that. At the time you didn't send my as receipt. Let's see if Bless Walkers. Hey Prada. Let's see if Bless Walkers will come on up here so we can have a conversation. Because Bless Walkers is an old school Wiley Show producer. Bless Walkers is an old school Wiley Show producer. Yes. Oh, okay. She can't. Okay, I thought we was gonna get it exclusive. I thought he was gonna get it exclusive. I thought we was gonna get it exclusive. I thought we was gonna get it exclusive. She was a mod. She's an old school mod. An old school mod. Okay. All right, yeah, she was a mod over here at the Wiley Show. Put some respect on Bless Walkers, baby. Bless Walkers. She came back and she know how Raleigh is. She bringing that purse. Bless Walkers brought the purse. Bless Walkers brought the purse. You never know who's watching. Let's see who else up in the building. We got somebody backstage. Let's see who else in the building. Where we at? Rico.
Yeah. Bless Watkins, that person's always open high. That person's always open for the Wally show, huh? Isn't that right?
What
Girl.
you said the purse?
The purse, yeah. The purse ain't closed. The purse is always open to the Wally show. Ain't that right? Bless the Watkins.
You don't like
Listen,
Bless Walker? She always had your
Bless
bench.
Watkins. To me, I feel like your motherfucking ass Could have came up in Sassy Chat as promised because the people was waiting on you. The people was anticipating and waiting on you. Where in the fuck was you to show up for the real beef sector? You was a part of the TSDC crew, and now you want to act brand new. Now you want to act brand new. You want to keep hush hush and quiet. You don't want to bring up the TSCC days when BS had your ass in check. See, this type of shit that I can go on my platform and I can talk about my motherfucking self. But Bless Watkins, I ain't got no problems or issues with you. That's dead and gone. That's years and years ago. But it's
But
just
remember,
funny and odd to me
Rico,
how you couldn't show up.
you was cussing out Bless Walkers, and they got you
That was
together for that.
yeah, that was years ago. But I'm saying as far as of today, she was supposed to be on Sassy show to show the fuck up for the real B sector. But was it she wasn't there? But she over here dropping coins in your motherfucking chat, which she will always continue to do because she wants some young dick. Okay?
But what she want to do is she have a right, but Rico, you can't get mad for her sending a blessing
No,
to the
fuck
Wiley
that.
show.
Fuck that. She was supposed to
People,
be over there to the real B sector. So that's just all I had to say.
people send money to you, Rico. They help you money for your dog. They help you money to get a bed. They help you money for you to get drinks. So people donate to you. You don't see me
I
getting
ain't
mad
got
for
no
people that send
problems
money.
with Bless Watkins. I'm telling Bless Watkins in the chat. I don't have no problems with Bless Watkins. But if it's the real beef sector, we gonna roast and gag.
She said, "I
So
barely watch YouTube. Had I known she wanted me, I would have came."
yes,
See,
yes, because you dropped down as far as I heard through the grapevine, Bless Watkins. You dropped down and Trish the subscriber that wanted the shit to happen before Sassy even went live. You commented under the subscriber motherfucking post and you said you was gonna be there. So what's up with that? So we
she
ain't
said
trying to
she
hear
would
that.
have known. But Rico, how we don't know if she was busy? Today is QI birthday, so how we
Fuck
know
you,
that
why?
if Bless
Fuck
Walker is
you,
busy?
why? I don't give a fuck about. I'm sorry, Wiley, but you already know how I am. That has nothing to do with nothing. We support in the beef sector. She was a part of the beef sector with BS. So like, come on now.
Yeah,
Today,
cause
Bless Watkins.
cause she said
Today,
when she here now. She said when.
today.
So Bless Walkers. It was a panel show for Sassy. Brought it me and Rico on there, and they said she said she reached out to you, Bless Walkers. So apparently, according to Bless Walkers, that wasn't true.
No, that's bullshit. I have to call out bullshit. I have to call out lies because she blessed Watkins commented under Trish, the subscriber Trish Alicious that that wanted this panel to go on. You commented under that video post 2 days ago, day before yesterday, so you was very aware of what was going on. So that's bullshit.
So let's see. I don't know who is this person backstage. Hello.
It's your moderator.
Oh yeah, hey Deidre. Okay, go ahead.
No, y'all go ahead. I'll wait.
No,
Hey,
no.
Deidre.
Hey, Rico.
So, but she said she did not know about it. It's today. She did not know at
No, I
all.
have to call out bullshit because she knew this 2 days ago when the subscriber called it out and mentioned and tagged everybody, every content creator, even including me, you, and all the content creators here, Deidre, all the content creators that's in the beefing sector. And she commented under the post, so she knew what was going on 2 days ago. She's alert and aware of what's going on.
So, okay, y'all. So that's what Rico was saying. These are what you have been in the beach sector. And I met you in Vegas when you came to the meet and greet, and we
Right.
was going down memory lane. I do want to ask you this question because this is the question that have been just going around today and on all these different channels. What was your favorite memory? Two favorite memories in the beach sector, and that you remember?
Two favorite
Yes.
memories.
Okay,
Okay.
give us okay because you probably gonna give us three or four, but go ahead.
Uh, Look, because first I was a viewer, then I was a moderator, then I became a content creator. So let's be clear there. Our journeys have all started somewhere. Okay. My journey started here on the Wiley Show. So, do you want me to give you? of my
Yes.
favorites with you,
Oh
or
yes, I
just
would
the
love
whole
to.
beef
Oh,
sector?
you give me the 50% on me first, and then you could do the whole B sector.
I'll do one and I'll do the second one because
Okay.
everybody knows my journey. I'm not, I don't, and why you still got your banner up?
Because Rico, like Rico, like to take off his clothes.
Oh, Rico is not, Rico promised us you're
No,
not going to
I'm
take off your
not
clothes.
going to take off my
Take
clothes.
that banner down. That's annoying. Okay. My first favorite Wiley moment is when you and VS were in the hot tub. Now, I was here when we came up with the producer, so that's a honorable mention. But yeah, that was my favorite. Okay, Wiley moment. My favorite beef sector moment is when I wasn't even modding for the artist formerly known as 5'8",
Oh
but
yes.
I was watching Reed's live when she had her first camera slip and Kwani was on the panel. I took the snapshot. I sent it to 5'8" immediately, and boom. That was my sorry, not sorry, Reed. And I'm not even in the beef sector. I'm not beef with nobody. I'm just doing my own thing. And my favorite, can I give one of my favorite Rico moment
Yes.
since Rico is
Yeah,
here?
of course. Go
Okay.
ahead. I'm here for it.
I'm sorry, but when you were in DC and you went off
In my
on
backyard. In my backyard.
yes,
Yeah. Yes, those were the days. Okay, in
those
the
were the
backyard.
days.
Yeah.
And I missed in the old beef sector because I started doxing war. So I started paying attention. My videos are still up. You're going to have to do membership. Okay, it is what it is. When people started doxing, the old beef sector was about showing who you are, gagging, drag. Rico, let's just say Rico and I was in a beef, like him and Tracy would be in a beef. He would go live, he would drag her, he would click off. She would go live, she would drag him, he would click off. We would be in everybody's chat. Okay? And then all of a sudden, people who were mad, pocket watching, and lost a lot of gags and drags because they don't have comedy chops or they're not funny, they would start calling it the amen section, or you're an ops, or I'm mentally ill, I'm dumb, you're stupid, all this other lie, dragging, doxing. uh Look, sorry, Rick Reed, you came on here being a do boy, you were doxing Rita, you went over to what's her name, Geisha, and Doc's read. So I know the history too. But see, I'm glad, to be honest with y'all and your audience. I'm glad I don't have 10,000 subscribers. You know why? Because they're always trying to come at you and eat off of you. I'll do that after I'm retired. I'll build my channel when I want to. I'm employed and I'm on vacation, but I'm here to support Wiley and Rico.
Yeah,
And
Yes.
for
because
people,
see the subscribers. I mean, the subscribers is cool and stuff, but you like I would like quality subscribers. So even though if I don't have like the most subscribers like I used to have back in the day when I was coming on here acting the fool, getting drunk and shit like that, 'cause that's what the people want to see. They want to see a train wreck. So I'm not in that place of time no more. So of course I
right,
do get the same support that I used to get. But I like quality.
exactly.
I like the quality. So if it's a small
But you
crowd,
was
I
just
like quality.
dragging Queen Roman news when you was drinking.
Exactly, because that's what the motherfuckers want.
He was
That's what they
clapping back.
wanted to see it. That's what the motherfuckers wanted to see, and
So
that's
I
what
want
the
to
fuck
ask
they
you.
got.
I'm confused. Okay,
It's a clapback.
when you was in the car with King Roman news, y'all didn't do nothing, right? Y'all didn't get it in and do nothing
Absolutely not. I was never interested into King Roman. I never
because
asked.
King Roman said he's attractive. I'm
I
attractive.
said I told him that in person, just the same way. I told him
Okay.
that yes, he's
It's a
cute.
compliment.
It's a compliment. Like I'm not gonna lie, if you cute and you sexy as fuck, I'm gonna tell you. It's in your face. Like
Right.
what's up? Okay.
So
So,
you didn't
but
sleep with him.
as far as being into it with him in that manner, in a sexual manner or anything. No, absolutely not. He showed me his dick on his phone, and that was
Ooh,
as far as it went.
What?
So I thought,
Wait
yeah,
a
I
minute.
saw it. He back
Wait.
in.
He showed you on your phone when you first met
Yes,
when he picked
he
you out.
showed. Yes, only thing you need to do is just go back to the what's his show? What's his show? Run it back with Rico and him on his show before he started doing beef sector content. Okay,
right.
because
When we were
again,
trash and he wasn't.
right when I was trash, before I was trash to him,
Right.
I helped
Right.
that bitch get his motherfucking subscribers. I helped a lot of these bitches get their motherfucking subscribers, but how will people forget? But just
So they
saying,
actually
going back,
wasn't big.
yes, it
So
was big. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, he was big.
So he
I'm
showed
not gonna
you
lie.
his dick.
I'm not gonna lie. Yes, he was big and it was thick. So
Wow.
I can't hate on him on that. He do got a big, thick dick. So you know, it is what it is. But as saying, did I come onto him? No, I never came onto him. I never looked at him as that way. I looked at him as a big brother because he's 2 years older than I am.
Hmm.
okay, because okay, you didn't sleep with any of his friends though.
No, his friends asked to see my dick, and that's when I obliged and put my dick out in a car. That's how all that happened, and I saw
Oh,
his
wait
mama
a
dick.
minute, wait a
Wiley,
minute.
you was far behind. Only thing you need to go back is 3 years ago to the running back show on his
I'm just
channel.
gagging. Like, so was King Roman driving when the dude told you to pull it out?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Child, y'all,
Hmm.
and you say I'm a freak. Child, not you just
I'm
pull it
not
out.
ashamed to show do what it is.
Rico will
I'm not
pull it
ashamed.
out on stage. He don't. Rico's
So
a
what
performer.
about the thing with the credit? Okay, with the credit card thing, because I kept hearing rumors that somebody sent you a screenshot
No,
of his
that's not
credit.
true. Stop believing in some motherfucking rumors. That's not true. If you didn't hear it from the horse's mouth myself,
Okay,
don't believe
that's why
shit.
I'm asking you. Did you take
Okay,
a
well, don't
screenshot
believe what
of
the fuck
King
you
Roman's
heard if
credit
it didn't
card?
come from my mouth, because I never
Okay,
said that. I never
okay.
said that. I just said I have a friend where he stay at in Baltimore, and I know where the fuck he at. Just like he called the dog and sent the police here to my motherfucking house to get me arrested and to take my dog away. Bitch, I know where the fuck you at too. So that's where all that stands at, and I
I'm
stand
just
by
be
it.
worried about how's people able to track you down like that? Because this is the second
Um,
time that happened. Did you tell the people your address already?
No, but you got motherfuckers that play in the back scenes and don't got no life. They
Right.
want to dox, and to me, I
Right.
don't dox.
It's about the
That's weak
doxing.
shit. That's weak
They
shit to
think
me.
that's control. That's what they think it is. They think they're controlling somebody. It is weak.
And we from Detroit. I'm not no weak hoe. Get the fuck out of here.
Thank you.
They said
We
I
show
can't
up.
with Rico laughing my A off. Just make sure you're not abusing no animals, child. That's what Daily Dose
No,
of
I don't
Sanity
abuse
said.
my animals because if that was the case, my dog would be taken away. So y'all
So
Exactly.
be
okay, so
doing the narrative.
when they came to your house, what did they say? Like, hey, we need to do a awareness check on the dog, or they?
They didn't say shit. They just told me that they saw no abuse to the dog and have a nice day, Mr. Barber. And that's when the fuck I came live and addressed all the hoes and all the hating ass bitches that called on me. Period.
Hmm.
And then you said your address, and you was like, I could dox my mother. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, I dox my MF self. I'm like,
I've been
what?
done that. That's nothing new. I done that when I was in DC and
I
in
know you done
Maryland.
it in DC.
That's
I'm like,
nothing
Rico,
new.
why you? But I said, you know what? I said, wow, because
That a
this is.
motherfucker not gonna have no upper hand on me that I can't already put out. Just like my
Exactly.
HIV situation. Ain't nobody gonna have the motherfucking upper hand on me and I can't put it out my motherfucking self. So what's up?
I heard that, but I'm glad you was able to clear that up and stuff like that. Because you was playing a live. Because at first I'm like, I thought you and King Roman was cool. Because I'm
We
like, on
was
one of your live,
cool.
you was playing a
We
live.
was cool, but see, when people they get attention and they get a little bit of YouTube fame and get a little bit of
Right.
numbers, they think they something.
Right.
When I helped them, and I still don't have a problem with him like that because like I do like him, but at the same time, bitch, you're not gonna punk me neither. Get the fuck up out of
Mm.
here.
Okay, I'm glad you let us know about. So when he just dragged. So y'all was cool, and he dragged you onto your platform, and that's when y'all became uncool.
Yeah, because I never thought that he would be the one to call on me and my dog, and I thought that we was cool. So I felt some type of way, and I addressed it how I addressed it, and I'm moving forward. I don't have nothing to say else about it besides if I not mean what the fuck I said, like I said in Pizarro's, just in before I came on here. I said what I said, and I stand by it.
Right.
Let another motherfucking call, and then another knock at my door, and I would be at somebody's doorstep. And that's just plain and simple.
So how did you know where King Roman stay at? You
I'm
because you
not getting
said,
into all of that. I'm not getting into all that.
Uh-oh.
I'm done with it.
oh, okay, okay. Because it seems to me you look like you got a spy that's telling you King Roman news. That's what seemed to
I'm not
me.
telling none of my motherfucking business. Only thing I'm saying is let another call be made,
Oh,
and I'm gonna make my motherfucking move down to where I need to go. Point blank. Period. Now
because I'm.
y'all guys have a nice day.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank you.
Wiley, and
But
shout out
I'm
to
telling
Deidre
y'all, Rico
313.
came on and explained it to me because
Love
I
you,
don't know
Rico.
everything. I maybe I should have went on Lipstick Alley and I maybe I could have got more information about the situation. But yeah, because when I saw, I was like, this is why on here the Wiley Show. Listen, we took a trip down to the B sector, and for the shout out to my audience that not B sector friendly, that
Right.
don't know anything about the B sector here. But we'll be back. We'll be back again for the live because we'll be getting into all these subjects that my girl Proud of Me sent me. So we'll be back. And I know it's a lot of lives. I know Wiley's pumping out the content, but listen, this is my only 9 to 5, so we're gonna pump out this content
That's right.
to
You are a
build the
content creator. Yes, you
a
are.
content creator just to build this up. So don't feel give us time and stuff like that. But thank you to DJ because when I met you, I was like, hey, you was like, hey, Wiley, I
It
remember
was
you from the big.
wonderful.
It was
Yeah.
fun. It
It
was
was
a
so
vibe.
when I knew you in Couture Bay were going to have your event. I never really thought about, oh, okay, let me get in there. No, it was Couture Bay, yourself, and AT2 that invited me. I say, you know what? Because I know Wiley's not into the beef sector anymore, but we have beef sector history. So that was a blessing to come meet you. That was fun.
Yes, it was fun. Then I was up there doing karaoke. It was fun. The reason why I
Yes,
like Vegas because there's so much stuff to do in Vegas, and if you save your money up, you can really have a good time.
you
But it
really
was
can.
it was a vibe, and it was so good that you came and traveled to see
Yeah,
us. It was
it
amazing.
was
It was
worth it.
amazing.
Well,
It
I'll
was amazing.
get down so you can close your show. I appreciate you. I enjoy you, and keep doing your thing. Stay on track. All
Okay,
right, my
thank you.
love. All right.
Okay, okay,
Talk
bye
to you
bye.
later.
Okay. Somebody said AT2 dragged the F out of you, Wiley Lord. What he dragged me for? What he dragged me for? Did he pay for using my content? Did he send me a check? He should have sent a cash app and blessed the cash app Wiley $ Wiley Show 1990. Okay? But Bless Walkers, thank you so much, sis. Bless Walker said, Wiley, I will catch you next time. I'll try to come up. I'm actually out right now. Later, chat. Thank you. She came up and brought a blessing. Yeah, Katube's still on YouTube, but it's a lot of stuff when you don't get views like that. You really gotta search for our channels. I don't know what it is. Like I've been posting. That's why I'm trying to do some stuff to get the more people to watch my channel and stuff like that. We trying to get a laptop so we can put more ads in the videos and put more so we can be able to put more stuff in the description box and stuff like that. So just be patient with us. But yeah, she's still on YouTube. hmm Over the Vegas trip. Yes, it's not an algorithm. Perhaps that's how it is. The same way with me, it's kind of hard to pop up an algorithm and stuff. So hopefully we get it together. That's why you got to go live more and more and more, and have great content to get people to watch. I ain't trying to be messy, but I had to tell you, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'll go over there and watch it. What he said, I'll go over there and watch it. It don't make me no difference. I'll go over there and watch it, Chad, if he was dragging me. As long as he spelled my name right and said my name right, it's free promo. Because I didn't know, because we was on so many channels I didn't even know he did drag me. I'm like, what, really? Did he drag me? Okay. If you're going to contribute to the Wiley Show, $ Wiley Show 1990. Thank you all so very much for contributing to the show. And we will see y'all in the next live. Thank y'all so very much. And until next time, oh, he put on movies always. So okay, let me help you watch it. I will talk to y'all later. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. And we will see y'all in the next live.